Jay Williams. And Jay, you think of the Dream, Hakeem Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Yao Ming. Yes, things are bigger in Texas.
And I tell you, Ed, the energy in this building is scintillating. The Red Rowdies are out, and they're about to make a difference.
And they're ready for liftoff right now from Toyota Center. Jay, once Kevin Durant went to Golden State, the question was, what is this Oklahoma City team? Now, I think that question still remains.
Well, Ed, they're still one of the most talented teams in the league, but I'm going to go ahead and say this. They are the biggest disappointment in the NBA. When you bring on a guy like Paul George, all-star, you combine him with Russell Westbrook, one of the top PGs in the league, and Carmelo Anthony, who is a Hall of Famer. There's no way that with that talent, they're more talented than Portland, they're more talented than San Antonio, New Orleans. There's no way that that team can finish one game worse than what they finished the year prior in the 2016-2017 season.
And remember, Russell Westbrook, back-to-back years averaging a triple-double. It hasn't necessarily paid off in terms of wins. Knocks it down off the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Here comes the screen. To Harden. From long range, his first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Paul. Now Adams down low. Clint Capella rejects it. That'll get out. Last touch by Capella. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Ferguson. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Harden picked up by Ferguson. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's how you defend. Carmelo Anthony traded, but Jay, Sam Presti turns that into Dennis Schroeder.
And I love this acquisition by the Thunder. When you think about Schroeder, he is almost the opposite of what Russell Westbrook is. He is not a ball-dominant guard. He will have the ball in his hands, but he's more apt to make plays quickly with the ball than Russell, who likes to hold on to the ball towards the end of the shot clock.
Harden in possession. They trail by 2. Tucker up against Patterson. Here comes the screen. Here's Harden down low. James Harden. First couple didn't go. That one is true. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
The jumper's off the mark. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Shot for James Harden. James Harden, 2 of 4 now.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Schroeder with the basketball. They can get a 2 for 1 if they play this right. Good look that time, but off the mark. Rivers into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Harden. Steven Adams able to recover with the block. Steven Adams, huge block. Wide open, too easy. You can't give him that look. Deep 3 at the buzzer. First quarter's complete. Thunder with the lead. 1 quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Nothing going here on that drive. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Houston with the basketball. Rivers guarded by Schroeder. Screen coming. Sizing up the defense. Austin Rivers. To Gerald Green. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Missed it. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Looking to make something happen. The Thunder down to 4 in the shot clock. Ferguson has a chance. Not that time.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Iman Shumpert against Nader. To Rivers. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Rivers shot there, won't go.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Russell Westbrook. Here again, Schroeder. To Fareed. Kenneth Fareed powers it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Oklahoma City's got it. Robertson guarded by Gerald Green. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Westbrook with the basketball. It's 12-10. To P.J. Tucker. Westbrook. He throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Here's Schroeder with it. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Adams. Kenneth Fareed swats it. Out of bounds the call off P.J. Tucker. Schroeder against the former MVP. Trying to cash in. No good. Westbrook into the front court. Right now, 12 all. Has a look. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. This for the tie. We've reached halftime in a 2-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Shot from in close, no good. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. To Paul. Short jumper misses. Westbrook across the timeline. It's 14-12. Gordon shot, no good.
So many teams just try to beat you with their offense. Well, your offense can only take you so far. The one thing that's supposed to travel, whether you're home or away, is your defense. That's your staple.
Westbrook into the front court. The score, 14-all. To Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Here's Harden with the rock. Short jumper won't go down. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
And while the ball was still in his hands, a sidestep throws a defender off. People aren't used to seeing that type of footwork.
To Harden. To P.J. Tucker. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. It's Westbrook. And the rebound taken in by Adams. Now Paul with the basketball. 2-point advantage. Spinning shot, won't fall. Big man, Steven Adams. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Westbrook to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Jumper's good.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. New blood coming in for both sides. Paul. Chris Paul. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Westbrook with it. Shot clock off as they search for something to narrow the deficit. Here comes the screen. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. That ends the third quarter. The Thunder with the lead. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
Nope, first one does not go. Second one goes. It's a 1-2 trip. Oklahoma City ball. Paul, Capella's on him. Has a chance. Ooh, Chris Paul. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Harden into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Westbrook to Harden. Danilo Gallinari snatching it out of the air.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Westbrook with the basketball. 5-point game. Steven Adams pins it. Knocked it away.
Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Westbrook. They work it down to Gordon.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
With a drop step. With the basket after a nice drop step.
Old school equals high percentage.
Harden with the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. Thunder with the basketball. Oh, bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
To Westbrook with a drop step. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Knocks down the first. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Paul into the front court. Up 6. Screen coming. Here's CP3. It's Westbrook with the board. Rockets have the ball to Fareed. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. Westbrook over to the right side. Fires the 3. Man, that was a tough shot.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, That's a good look.
Paul into the front court. Up by 3.
All right, sit down.
Here comes the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander to Adams. Rockets have it. Harden knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Paul to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here comes the screen. Gilgeous-Alexander lets it fly from long range. Well defended. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. That does it for the quarter. We have a tie ball game. And the extra period begins. Paul to Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Gordon matched up with Steven Adams. Here comes the screen. Harden to Westbrook. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Andre Robertson sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Steven Adams with the slam.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Russell Westbrook, guarded by CP3. And the rebound taken in by OKC. Robertson, guarded by Russell Westbrook. It's Harden with the rebound. Now it's Harden at the controls. To Capella. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he missed a short one there. Paul across the timeline. Lead is 2. Here comes the screen. Paul to Gilgeous-Alexander. Finish that. Westbrook into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Steven Adams with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Westbrook to Harden. Oh, Russell Westbrook. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Adams. To Paul. Gets a shot up off the mark. Harden against Chris Paul. To Westbrook. To Harden. Westbrook. And the rebound pulled down by Adams. There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds. Now they get the intentional foul, and this one not over yet. 2 huge free throws coming up in a 2-point game. First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Harden buries it on the catch and shoot. Two huge free throws in a 1-point game. Intentional foul is going to make him earn it at the line. And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. A 3 for double OT. Good victory here for the Thunder. They had to go to overtime, but they come out with the 3-point victory. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sport.